I actually have lived in Bexley virtually my entire life. I've lived in four houses on the same street and then another house as well. And I really love Bexley. I love the community. I love the people who live here and the feeling we have of a real neighborhood. I think Bexley is a wonderful community. So I wanted to be contributing to the feeling and the importance of Bexley.
The group was such a great group, the original group. We got along so well. And we just had really a lot of fun and a lot of pride in helping launch this. So early on, mainly because of the people involved, it was pretty obvious that we were going to be a success. We did beehives for the Boy Scouts. And we did there was something, I don't know, a party where a neighborhood could rent a kit and put on block parties. So in the beginning, they were just little things.
Early on, we looked at plans for Jeffrey Mansion. We looked at the gateways to Bexley. We looked at what could we do to make Bexley even more special than it was at that time. And I think we've made a lot of progress. We've seen it grow in ways that I think we couldn't even imagine when it started.
First, Bexley is a very giving and caring community. Second, at that time, we had the Bexley Education Foundation for education, but there was no organization, private organization, focused solely on Bexley community needs. And there was no organization connecting donors who wanted to support community projects with projects.
We were just looking at ways to raise money from Bexley residents and then to return it back to the city. I think when we started to ask people to join our group and no one said no, that we knew we had a real entity on our hands that could make a difference in the life of this community. It occurred to me that the needs of the city were not going to be able to be taken care of through the budget funds that were available, not the needs of the city as far as streets, as far as police, but the events that turn a city into a community. And it was about that time that Pete Halliday and I started talking about how we could make a difference in the community by bringing private funds into the public sector.
Well, Pete, of course, was our leader always.
Pete Halliday was really the principal organizer.
My name is Peter B. Halliday. I was born in 1937, 2 blocks away from the Jeffrey Mansion. I went to Bexley High School, where I was captain of the football team and vice president of the school. I've had a wonderful experience living in the city of Bexley. In 1949, I was out cutting the grass at 47 North Parkview. An elderly gentleman walked by and stopped me and said, "Hi, Pete, I want to talk to you." And I said, "Fine, what can I help you with?" He said, "Well, I've noticed your work ethic." And he said, "I think you're going to be a very successful young man." And he said, "I want to give you something that you might remember the rest of your life." And I said, "Well, that's great. What is it?" And with that, he reached into his pocket, gave me a set of keys. And he said, "I want you to keep these keys and remember that it's more important in life to give back more to your community than you have received from that community." The man that did that was Harrison Sayre, the founder of the Columbus Foundation. Pardon me, I get a little emotional when talking about we've taken $50,000 and given back much more than I ever thought we were able to do of $3 million into this community. And I hope we continue to build on the quality of our board and solicit the help and interest of our younger generation.
The important thing is that the board continued to change and evolve, and it's up to the board really to stay active, committed, rejuvenated, and to adapt to the changing needs and views of the community about what's important. And it was a big effort on being transparent. And we had full financial disclosure about how much money we had, how much we spent, so that we tried to be truly an open, community-based organization.
From northeast to southwest and northwest to southeast, we have invested in every corner of this community in almost every way possible.
I think there's so much we still have to do. I think we are here. We have made our footprint on our community in just 11 short years. So to think what we can do in the next 10 years is, again, so exciting. Our board is full of dedicated individuals who love our community. I love being a part of our community. So I think the sky's the limit. I think we just want to continue to move forward and be here for our community. We support programs and projects that really enhance the quality of life for the Bexley resident. We have, our favorite tag words: live, learn, work, play, and care. And we are here to do all of that in our community for our residents and for people who come into our community.
So I was born and raised in Bexley, went through the Bexley schools, went away for 16 years. And as you evolve and you think about where you want to end up, and the more I was around in different cities and different communities, the more and more you realize how special of a place Bexley is. So I've been back the last 16 years, raised our 2 kids here, and it's been a fantastic decision. We love this city, and the projects that we can fund tend to go beyond the scope of what simple taxpayer dollars could fund. So if we want to continue to help make some things more special, to do some more different things, this is the vehicle in which we can do it from.
This, the success of everything depends on the support of the citizens of it.
There is an opportunity to participate both personally and financially in the future of the city, and to be a stakeholder, and to know that when you're investing in the community foundation, you're investing in every square inch of Bexley.
It's your community. Make it better. Make it what you want it to be. And the only way to do that is to be involved, and particularly to have some flow of private dollars into the community to fund these projects. Government can't do it alone. And frankly, the input from a private foundation, I think, is a real added value to the city. We generate a different set of viewpoints, which are important to the vitality of the community.
Financial support is important. If they can participate in some of the projects that are going on, if they can volunteer, any way that they can help the community is important.
We help when funding is short for all different types of projects and programs in our community. So we take this bus tour around, and I can't speak quickly enough about all the projects we've funded. You look out the window and you see a flower basket, and then you see Capitol's Lawn where we have community events, and then you see the library and the city. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And so I think people should support our community foundation because we are here to serve our community, and that's exactly what we do.
So please join us as a donor to the Bexley Community Foundation.
Well, I think it goes back to what Harrison Sayre said. He said, if you want to have a fulfilling life, give back to your community more than you have gotten.